children, this is Vijay, chemistry lecturer from Hyderabad Junior College. Today children, we are going to discuss some numericals, that is for practicing NEET examination. Unit 1, that is some basic concept. Let us see few numericals. Now look at this next question, that is the molar solution of H2SO4 which is equal to, so here there are few options, and which is equal to this molar solution of H2SO4. Let us find. Though H2SO4 is a dibasic acid, so the molarity that is equal to normality by replaceable hydrogen atom. So let us write molarity is equal to normality by replaceable hydrogen atom. So molar solution of H2SO4 then. So the molar solution of H2SO4, that is normality by replaceable hydrogen atom, that is N by 2H2SO4. So by this way you can solve this problem. Now let us find the solution for the next question, that is the vapor density of the gas which is given 11.2, then 11.2 gram of this gas at a normal temperature and pressure will occupy how many volumes. So here are few options. So let us see how to solve this problem. Now the solution. The molecular mass of any gas which occupies 22.4 liter at NTP. The molecular mass of the any gas which occupies 22.4 liter at NTP. NTP is nothing but normal temperature and pressure. Then find the vapor density. So vapor density is equal to, writing the formula for vapor density. So vapor density is equal to molecular mass by 2. So in the previous problem already we did molecular mass, that is equal to 2 into vapor density. Now we are finding vapor density. So vapor density is equal to molecular mass by 2. Applying the values, vapor density of any gas which is occupying volume of 11.2 liter. So by this way you can solve this problem. And the next question, that is about what is the mass of one molecule of carbon monoxide. Here few options are given. So let us find what is the mass of one molecule of carbon dioxide. So first we should find gram molecular weight of carbon monoxide. So carbon monoxide molecular mass we are going to write carbon, that is 12 plus oxygen, that is 16. So total gram molecular weight of this carbon monoxide, that is adding this to 28 gram. So this is the gram molecular weight of carbon monoxide. Now 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecule of carbon monoxide, that is weight around 28 gram. That means 1 molecule of carbon monoxide weight, that is equal to, we should find. So 1 mole is nothing but 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. So 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of carbon monoxide weight is equal to 28 gram. Now we are going to find 1 molecule of carbon monoxide weight. So 1 molecule of carbon monoxide weight, that is 28 by 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Simplifying this, you will get around 4.65 into 10 to the power of minus 23 gram. So this is what 1 molecule of carbon monoxide weight. So by this way we can find the answer for 1 molecule of carbon monoxide weight. Now look at this next question. Calculate the volume at STP, that is nothing but standard temperature and pressure, occupied by 240 gram of SO2, sulfur dioxide. So here are few options. Let us see how to solve this problem. So first we should find the molecular weight of sulfur dioxide, that is molecular weight of sulfur dioxide. So molecular weight we should find, that is for sulfur that is 32 and for oxygen that is 16. Here 2 molecules of oxygen, that is 2 into 16. Therefore 32 plus 16 into 2. Adding this all we will get 64, that is the molecular weight of sulfur dioxide. Now 64 gram of sulfur dioxide which is occupying 22.4 liter at standard temperature and pressure. Therefore, to find 240 gram of sulfur dioxide, how many it occupies for the volume? Let us find out. So first 64 gram of SO2 which is occupying 22.4 liter space at a standard temperature and pressure. Therefore, 240 gram of sulfur dioxide. Let us find out. 240 gram of sulfur dioxide occupies. Let us find out. So, 240 gram of sulfur dioxide that is occupying is equal to 22.4 liter by 64 into 240 gram. So simplifying this, you will get around 84 liter which is occupying at a standard temperature and pressure at STP. By this way we can find the solution. Now look at this next question, that is the number of gram molecules of oxygen which is present in 6.02 into 10 to the power of 24 carbon monoxide molecule which is, so here are few options. So let us see how to solve this problem. So first we should know the mole concept, that is 1 mole of carbon monoxide which is equal to 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. Then 6.02 into 10 to the power of 24 carbon monoxide molecules which are 10 moles of carbon monoxide. Let us write now 1 mole of carbon monoxide which contain 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of carbon monoxide. Then 6.02 into 10 to the power of 24 carbon monoxide molecules asked in the question. Here 10 to the power of 23 and here 10 to the power of 24. That variation is 10 moles. So 10 moles of carbon monoxide. Therefore 10 grams of oxide that is equal to 5 gram of molecules of oxygen. So by this way we can solve the problem. Now look at this next question, that is how many moles of magnesium phosphate Mg3PO4 taken twice will contain 0.25 mole of oxygen atoms. There are few options given. So let us see how to solve this problem. So now 1 mole of Mg3PO4 taken twice magnesium phosphate which contains 8 mole of oxygen atom. That means 8 mole of oxygen atom that is equal to 1 mole of magnesium phosphate. So let us write that. So 1 mole of Mg3PO4 taken twice magnesium phosphate which contain 8 mole of oxygen atom. That means 8 mole of oxygen atom that contain 1 mole of magnesium phosphate. So now 0.25 mole of oxygen which contain 1 by 8 into 0.25 mole of magnesium phosphate. So simplifying this, you will get 3.125 into 10 to the power of minus 2 moles of magnesium phosphate. So by this way you can solve this problem. The next question is about finding the equivalent weight of the metal. So we did already the similar type of problem earlier. So let us see the question. 3 gram of an oxide of a metal which is converted to chloride completely and which is yielded 5 gram of chloride. Then find the equivalent weight of the metal. So here are few options given. So let us see how to solve this problem. So first, weight of the metal oxide by weight of the metal chloride. So to find the equivalent weight, so let us write weight of the metal oxide divided by weight of the metal chloride. Now equivalent weight of the metal that is added with the equivalent weight of the oxygen. Similarly, equivalent weight of the metal that is added with the equivalent weight of the chlorine. Now, we will write equivalent weight of the metal plus equivalent weight of the oxide that is oxygen by similarly equivalent weight of the metal plus equivalent weight of the chlorine. So now, let us write weight of the metal oxide and weight of the metal chloride. That is 3 by 5 is equal to equivalent weight of the metal plus equivalent weight of the oxygen. That is equivalent weight of the metal plus equivalent weight of the oxygen. That is 8 by equivalent weight of the metal plus equivalent weight of the chlorine. So simplifying this, you will get the equivalent weight of the chlorine 33.25. This is the equivalent weight of the given question. So by this way you can solve this problem. Now let us see the next question, that is the number of molecules in 8.96 liter of a gas at 0 degree Celsius and 1 atmospheric pressure, which is approximately equal to. So here are few options. So let us see how to solve this problem. As we discussed earlier, at standard temperature and pressure, 22.4 liter of gas which is contain always 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Therefore, molecules present in 8.96 liter of the gas given in the question, let us find out. At STP, 22.4 liter of gas always contains 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. So at standard temperature and pressure, 22.4 liter of gas which contains always 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Now let us find 8.96 liter of the gas molecules present in. Let us find molecules present in 8.96 liter of gas, that is 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. So that is 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 into 8.96 liter of gas divided by 22.4 liter of the gas, volume of the gas which is occupying at standard temperature and pressure. So simplifying this, you will get 24.8 into 10 to the power of 22. So by this way you can solve this problem. Now let us see the one more question, that is number of moles of sodium hydroxide NaOH which is present in 2 liter of 0.5 molarity of NaOH, which is, here are few options. Let us see how to solve this problem. So let us write whatever the component given in the question, that is number of moles of sodium hydroxide which is present in 2 liter of 0.5 molarity. Number of moles of NaOH present in 2 liter of 0.5 molarity. So in the question, that is number of moles of NaOH which is present in 2 liter of 0.5 molarity which is given, and they are asking us to find the moles. So volume is given, that is 2 liter, molarity which is given 0.5 molarity, and moles we should find. First write the formula for molarity. So the molarity formula first we are going to write. Molarity is equal to number of moles of solute by volume of the solution given in liter. Or we have already the molarity, so let us write the other way, that is 0.5 is equal to moles by 2 liter, that is volume. Now we should find moles. So moles is equal to 0.5 into 2. So number of moles we should find, that is the reason we are writing moles is equal to 0.5 into 2. So multiplying this you will get 1.0. So this is the number of moles. By this way you can solve this problem. Now let us find the solution for one more question, that is what is the weight of an oxygen required for the complete combustion of 2.8 kg of ethylene. So let us see how to solve this problem. Before solving this problem, first we should write the equation, the chemical reaction, that is, so first let us write the equation, that is ethylene reacting with oxygen and to yield carbon dioxide and water. See, 28 gram of ethylene combining with 96 gram of oxygen and which is completely undergoing for the combustion. This is the chemical equation. So 28 gram of ethylene which is undergoing for complete combustion by 96 gram of oxygen. That means suppose you convert this gram into kg, 2.8 kg of ethylene which is undergoing for complete combustion by 9.6 kg of oxygen. It's a very simple, that is 28 gram of ethylene completely undergoing for combustion by 96 gram of oxygen. That means 2.8 kg of ethylene completely undergoing for combustion by 9.6 kg of oxygen. So by this way we can solve this problem. Now look at this next question, that is an organic compound which contains 49.3% of carbon and 6.84% of hydrogen, and its vapor density that is given 73. So find the molecular formula of the given compound. Here are 4 options. So let us see how to solve this problem. First of all, let us make a table which contain name of the element, percentage composition and relative number of atoms, and to find the simplest ratio of atom. Make a table with element, percentage, relative number of atom and simplest ratio of atom. So let us write one by one. First element, given compound which contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and in the question the percentage of oxygen which is not given, so I would like to say now. So let us write. So carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So carbon percentage which is there in the question, that is 49.3%, and hydrogen, that is 6.84%, and oxygen, that is 43.86%. So these are the percentage composition of the given element in the compound. Now let us find the relative number of atom. So relative number of atom is very simple. What is the percentage that should be divided with the molecular mass? So let us write now. So first for carbon we are writing. So let us write the relative number of atom, that is the percentage composition of the element divided by molecular mass of the element, that is 49.3 by 12 for carbon, 6.84 by 1, that is for hydrogen, and 43.86 by 16, that is for oxygen. So this way we can write the relative number of atom. So simplifying this, you will get the relative number of atom for carbon, that is 4.1, relative number of atom for hydrogen, that is 6.84, and the relative number of atom for oxygen, that is 2.74. Now let us find the simplest ratio among these three. So among these three, this one is the simplest value. So this we are considering to find the simplest ratio of the each and every element. Let us find one by one. So simplifying this to the simplest value, we will get the simplest ratio for carbon, that is 1.5, and the simplest ratio for hydrogen, that is 2.5, and simplest ratio for oxygen, that is 1. So now these values we have got in decimal form. So we should convert this decimal form into whole number. So that is simple. Multiplying with 2, we will get 1.5 into 2, that is 3, 2.5 into 2, that is 5, 1 2s are 2. So we have got now the empirical formula, that is 352. Applying for the element whatever given, that is C3H5O2. So this is the empirical formula. So this is what the empirical formula. Now let us find the empirical formula mass. So formula mass, how to find? We have got the empirical formula value. So multiplying with the molecular weight of the each and every element, we will get empirical formula mass. So empirical formula mass for carbon, that is 3. So that means 3 into 12. And for hydrogen, that is 1 plus 1 into 5 or 5 into 1. Plus for oxygen, that is 16. So we have got the value 2, that is 2 into 16. So this is what the empirical formula mass. Applying this and finally we will get the product, that is what the empirical formula mass. So multiplying this and adding this finally product, we are getting 73. That is what the empirical formula mass. Now molecular mass. So molecular mass, already we know the formula. Molecular mass is equal to 2 into vapor density. We know about the formula, that is molecular mass 2 into vapor density. We have got now vapor density, that is 73. So that means 2 into 73. We have got now molecular mass, that is 146. Now let us find the N value. So N value we are going to find. N is equal to molecular mass by empirical formula mass. So molecular mass we have got now 146, and empirical formula mass, that is 73. So vapor density. So applying this, we will get the N value 2. Now molecular formula. How to find the molecular formula? So molecular formula is equal to empirical formula into 2. Already we have got the empirical formula, that is C3H5O2. C3H5O2 into 2. This is what the empirical formula we have got already, and multiplying with 2, we will get the molecular formula. So multiplying with each element into 2, that is carbon 3 into 2, that is carbon 6, and hydrogen 5 into 2, that is hydrogen 10, and oxygen, that is 2 into 2 4. This is what the molecular formula. So by this way we can find the empirical formula and molecular formula. So very simple. So first we should make the table. The table includes name of the element, percentage composition, relative number of atoms and simplest ratio of atom. Then finding the simplest ratio of the atom, we can get the empirical formula, and the empirical formula is multiply with 2, we will get the molecular formula. So by this way we can solve this question. So children, till now we have discussed many numericals based on this unit 1, some basic concept, and also for the next video we are going to discuss further more numericals. Also we will revise few numericals from the NEET previous year examination papers. Thank you children.